There is a dangerous type of fat hidden inside your body that you cannot pinch, you cannot see, and you often cannot feel until it is too late. It is called visceral fat. It doesn't just sit there, it wraps itself stranglingly around your liver, your pancreas, and your intestines, pumping toxic inflammation into your veins every single second of the day. But there is a reason why the elderly population in Japan has some of the lowest rates of this dangerous belly fat in the world, and why they live longer than almost anyone else. It isn't just genetics, it is what is in their cup. They have mastered a specific way of drinking green tea that acts like a key, unlocking your metabolism even if you are over 60. But, and this is critical, if you are just dipping a tea bag in boiling water, you are doing it wrong, and you are missing out on almost all the benefits. Today I am going to show you the exact Japanese protocol to turn your tea into a fat-burning medicine. I'm Dr. Adam Carter, and welcome to Seniors Life Health. Today, we need to have a serious talk about your midsection. As we age, especially after we cross the threshold of 60, our bodies change. You might have noticed that even if you eat the same amount of food you did in your 40s, the weight settles differently now. It gravitates right to the belly. This is the body's response to hormonal changes and a slowing metabolism. Now, regular fat, the kind you can pinch on your arm or your thigh, is mostly a cosmetic concern. It's passive, but visceral fat, that hard, protruding belly, is active. Think of visceral fat like an angry organ. It is biologically active tissue that messes with your insulin, raises your blood pressure, and puts immense strain on your heart. This is why looking at the Japanese diet is so fascinating. In Japan, tea is not just a drink. It is a ritual, and it is a medicine. They consume massive amounts of a specific antioxidant known as EGCG. Now, I don't want to bore you with complex chemistry, so think of EGCG like a specialized cleaner. It enters your bloodstream and specifically targets the enzymes that break down norepinephrine. Why does that matter? Because norepinephrine is the chemical signal that tells your fat cells to break down. By protecting this signal, green tea keeps your fat-burning switch turned to the on position. But here is the catch. Most seniors in the West are drinking green tea the wrong way. They buy the cheapest bags, they burn the leaves with boiling water, and they drink it with milk or sugar. If you do that, you are just drinking colored water. We are going to walk through the 5 steps to making this Japanese fat-shrinking elixir correctly. If you are finding these tips helpful for your health and you want to stay stronger for longer, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next guide on aging backwards. We are building a community here and I want you to be part of it. Let's get into the first step of the protocol, the form of tea you choose. In the supermarket, you will see rows and rows of boxed tea bags. I want you to walk past them. When you steep a tea bag, you are making an infusion. You are essentially washing the tea leaves in hot water and then throwing the leaves and the nutrients in the trash. The Japanese secret is matcha. Matcha is green tea, but grown differently. Before harvest, farmers cover the tea plants to shade them from the sun. This forces the plant to overproduce chlorophyll and that fat-burning EGCG we talked about. Then they grind the entire leaf into a fine green powder. When you drink matcha, you are not drinking tea water. You are consuming the whole leaf. 1 cup of matcha has the nutritional equivalent of 10 cups of regular brewed green tea. Think of it like this. Steeping a tea bag is like boiling spinach and drinking the water. Drinking matcha is like eating the spinach. For us seniors, our digestion slows down. We need the most concentrated form of nutrients we can get. So, step 1 is to swap your tea bags for a high-quality matcha powder. Now step 2 is something very few people know about, but it changes everything. You need to add a splash of lemon. Here is the science, simplified. The catechins, those magical nutrients in the tea, are very unstable. When they hit the environment of your stomach, which is not acidic enough, or your intestines' heavily alkaline conditions can degrade them. In fact, your body might only absorb about 20% of the good stuff. However, researchers at Purdue University found that adding citrus juice, specifically lemon or vitamin C, acts like a bodyguard for the tea antioxidants. It stabilizes them. By adding a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to your matcha, You can increase the amount of antioxidants your body absorbs by up to 5 times. 5 times the benefit from the same cup of tea. It also cuts the bitterness. As we get older, our taste buds change, and sometimes the grassy, earthy taste of matcha can be strong. The lemon brightens it up and makes it refreshing. So never drink your green tea naked, always give it a splash of citrus. This brings us to step 3 and 4, temperature and timing. This is where most people ruin their tea before they even take a sip. If you have an electric kettle, you probably let it boil until it whistles or clicks off. That water is 100 degrees Celsius or 212 Fahrenheit. If you pour that boiling water directly onto matcha powder, you are scorching the leaves. You are literally burning the medicine. It will taste bitter like burnt grass, and the heat destroys the delicate vitamins. You want the water to be hot but not boiling. Around 80 degrees Celsius or 175 Fahrenheit is perfect. If you don't have a fancy kettle, just boil the water and let it sit with the lid off for about 5 minutes before you pour. This acts like a cooling period. Now let's talk about when to drink it. Many of my patients tell me, "Dr. Carter, I drink my tea with my oatmeal every morning." I have to tell them to stop. Green tea contains tannins. Tannins are sticky. They bind to minerals in your food, specifically iron and calcium. As seniors, we cannot afford to lose iron or calcium. We need that for our blood and our bones. If you drink green tea with your meal, you might be blocking the absorption of nutrients from your food. The best time to drink this Japanese elixir is 30 minutes before you exercise or go for your daily walk. Studies have shown that consuming green tea extract before moderate physical activity can increase fat burning by 17%. It gives you a gentle energy boost without the jitters of coffee, helping you walk a little further and move a little more freely. We have discussed the benefits, but as a responsible practitioner, I must give you the safety warnings. Not everything is suitable for everyone, especially as we manage other health conditions. First, let's talk about caffeine. Yes, green tea has less caffeine than coffee, but it is not caffeine-free. Matcha, because it is the whole leaf, has a higher caffeine kick. If you suffer from insomnia, or you find yourself waking up multiple times at night to use the restroom, do not drink this after 2 p.m. We want to shrink your waistline, not ruin your sleep. Second, blood thinners. Green tea is high in vitamin K. Vitamin K is what helps blood clot. If you are on a blood thinner like warfarin, suddenly drinking 3 cups of matcha a day can interfere with your medication. It doesn't mean you can't have it, but you need to be consistent. Don't have 0 cups one week and 20 cups the next. Talk to your doctor if you are on blood thinners. And finally, listen to your stomach. Green tea can stimulate stomach acid. If you have severe acid reflux or a sensitive stomach, don't drink it on a completely empty stomach first thing in the morning. Have a small cracker or a handful of nuts first. So, let's recap your new protocol for shrinking visceral fat. Choose matcha powder, not tea bags, to get the whole leaf benefit. Use hot water, not boiling, to protect the nutrients. Add a squeeze of lemon to boost absorption by 500%. Drink it between meals, specifically before your daily walk, to maximize fat burning. And do it consistently. This isn't a magic pill. You won't wake up tomorrow 20 pounds lighter. But think of this tea-like oil for your rusty hinges. It reduces inflammation, it clears out the cobwebs in your metabolism, and it gives your body the tools it needs to fight back against aging. The Japanese recognize that good health is a marathon, not a sprint. By making this one small, delicious change to your daily routine, you are taking a massive step toward a longer, lighter, and more vibrant life. I want you to try this for 2 weeks. Replace your second cup of coffee with this lemon matcha preparation and let me know in the comments how your energy levels feel. I'm Dr. Adam Carter. Here is to your health, your happiness, and living your best life at any age. I'll see you in the next video.